In this video, we will discuss about nested if statement. Now, initially we have seen the simple if in the previous video. The simple if we will use if we have a single condition, if we have to check that particular number is positive. So for that purpose, it will use the simple if. Now then we used a if else. We will use if else if we have to check the entered number is positive or negative. So at that time we will use if else. Now the third statement is there, that is nested if else. We will use nested if else when we have to check a particular number is when we have a number of conditions, that more than one conditions are there. So at that time we will use nested if. For example, we have a number and we have to check that entered number is a positive number or negative number or it is equal to 0. So in that case we will use nested if statement. Now here we will see the general form of nested if statements. Now in this we will see that if test condition 1 is given. Now if this test condition 1 is true, then in that case it will comes to this if block. It will comes to this if block, and within this if block, now first condition is true, then it will enters into this if statement. Here it will check the second condition, that is test condition 2, and if this test condition 2 is true, then in that case it will execute statement 1. Now if we have a test condition 1 is true, then it will comes to the within this if statement we will check the second condition, that is test condition 2. If it is also true, then it will execute this block statement, that is statement 1 block. So it will execute this statement 1, and after executing this statement 1, this block, then our control will directly comes to the this statement X. It means from here our control directly comes to the statement X. So statement X will be executed. Now again I will repeat that if our first condition is true, then it will comes within this if statement. It will check the second condition. If the second condition is true, then it will execute this block of statement, and it contains this statement 1. Again this block, it may contains a single statement or it may contain the group of statements. Now here it will execute this statement 1. After executing this block, our control will comes to this statement X. Now the second case, that if our test condition 1 is true, then therefore it will comes to this if statement within this if block, and now it will check the second condition. If this condition is false, then in that case it will comes to this else part. It will skip this part. This condition, test condition 2 is false, so therefore it comes to the else part, and within this else part it will execute this block, that is statement 2, and after executing statement 2 block, our control directly comes to statement X. So here now this is the second case, that our condition 1 is true but our condition 2 is false. So in that case it will execute this else part, and from this the control goes to the statement X. Now in this both conditions our condition 1 is true. Now the next case is that within that third case, in the next case we consider that our condition 1 is false. Condition 1 is false, so therefore this block is not executed. this block is not executed, our control directly comes to the else part. From this condition, it directly comes to the else part. Within this else part, it will execute this else part, and after that, it will execute statement X. So in this way, it will execute this nested if else. For simplicity, we will see the flowchart of nested if statement. Now here in this flowchart of nested if statement, as we have seen the syntax, we have drawn this flowchart of nested if statement. Within this we can see that we have test condition 1. Now if this test condition 1 is true, then it will execute the test condition 2. Now if this test condition 2 is true, then it will execute statement 1, and after executing this statement 1, the control directly goes to the statement X. So this is the first case. Now in second case, we have seen that whatever this test condition 1 is present, this condition 1 is true, then it comes to the if statement. Now it will check the condition 2, and this condition 2 is false, then in that case it will execute statement 2, and after executing statement 2, the control will execute statement X. So this will be our second case. Now the last case, that is the third case, is when we have a condition 1, we will check that condition, and if that condition is false, then in that case it will execute statement 3. After executing statement 3, it will check after executing statement 3, it will execute the statement X. After, when condition 1 is there, it will check this condition. If this condition is false, then it will execute statement 3. After executing it, it will execute statement X. So in this way, this nested if statement will work. Now we will see one of the example. Now in this program, we will write a program. Here we will write a program to check whether the entered number is a positive number or negative number or 0. So here we will include the two header files, and that header files are standard input output. Here we include two header files, that is standard input output header file and console input output header file. Now in this we write void main function. Within this void main function, we require only single variable, single number from the user. So therefore we write int num. Now after that we will print a message that enter the number, and we will take the value from the user, and that value is stored at the address of num variable. Now after that we have to check that num value or that entered number is a positive number or a negative number or 0. So therefore we write here condition if num is greater than equal to 0. If num is greater than equal to 0. Now if this condition is true, it will comes inside this if part. In this we have to write the second condition, and my second condition is if num is greater than 0. If this first condition is true, that is num is greater than equal to 0, then it will come inside this if, second if, and within this if we write our second condition that num is greater than 0. Now if this second condition is also true, then it will print that %d is a positive number. %d is a positive number. Now instead of %d, it will print the value of num. So therefore num is positive number. Now this is this block will be closed over here. Now if this condition is true but this condition is false, so it means now num is greater than equal to 0. This condition is true but this second condition is false. Then in that case, now this will be false when our num is equal to 0. So in that case our second condition will be false, and therefore it will comes to the else part, and it will, in this else part we will print 0. Here it will print 0 and we will close this else part and this if part also. Again I repeat, now if this condition 1, this is condition 1, if this condition A1 is true and our condition 2 is also true, then it will print this part, and after printing this part it will goes next to the else part. So here, now here if both conditions are true, then it will execute this if part. If this condition 1 is true but condition 2 is false, then in that case it will execute this else part. Now we will see the third case in which this condition is false. Now if this condition is false, it means it will comes to this else part, and within this else part we will write that when this number is a negative number, then it will that the condition will be false, that the condition 1 will be false, and it will comes to this else part. So therefore we write that printf %d is negative number. Now %d, it means it will print the value of num. So num is negative number. So here we will close this else part, and at the last we will write the getch function and this bracket will be closed. Okay, so now in this way we can write a program for the entered number to check the entered number is positive, negative or 0. So now we will see how my program will be executed. So therefore I will consider only a single case, that my output will be first our message will be printed that enter the number. So here enter the number, and user will enter certain value, for example 12. Now this 12 value goes to num1, and here we will check the condition 1, that 12 is greater than equal to 0, the condition true. Therefore it comes to this if part. Here 12 is greater than 0, condition true, and therefore it will print this statement that 12 is positive number. After executing this block, our control directly comes to getch. Our control will directly goes to getch. So it will print that 12 is positive number. Now we will consider our second case. In second case again we will have the message that enter the number, and user will enter the number. Now this is our second case. In second case our number is -5. Now in that case what happens, that -5 is my num value. So here -5 is greater than equal to 0. So this condition is false. It will directly comes to this else part. Within this else part we have seen it will execute this else part, that this num is negative number. So here the value of num is -5. So -5 is negative number. So this will be our second case. And the last case, the third case, enter the number. This will be the message, and now user will enter the 0. If user enters the 0, the value of num is 0. So here we will check that num is greater than equal to 0. So this condition will be true. Why? Because num is greater than, either it is greater than or equal to 0. So here this condition is true. So therefore it comes here in this if part. Second condition, it will check the second condition, that a 0 is greater than 0. So here this second condition is false. So therefore it will comes to this else part, and this else part prints this 0. So here the output will be 0. So in this way there are three different cases are there. So like this we can execute a program, or we can write a program by using nested if else. Thank you.